Lego has gotten so expensive. I hear this all the time, man. I hear it all the time. Everybody's saying it. But are you sure about that?
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Like, for real, are you sure about that? We're gonna take a look. Please note that I am not affiliated with the Lego group. I'm not a math genius. I'm not an economist. And I'm not a Lego investor. A lot of people are, but I'm not. I will be calculating the cost per piece, and I'll be showing my sources where I find information and where I do my calculations. Just having some fun with math, and then asking what y'all think. Do y'all think Lego's getting more expensive? I don't know. That's why we're taking a look. That's why we're here today. So we're going to start off with the OG, set number 7140, Lego Star Wars X-Wing Fighter. This set is from 1999. I think it was the very first Star Wars Lego. 266 pieces. The retail price at the time was $29.99 in 1999. That's 11 cents per piece back then. Cool. Inflation adjusted is the equivalent of $55.37 in today's money. And that means it's 20 cents per piece in today's money. Then we got the current play scale X-Wing. The X-Wing I've got right here. Which is from this year. 474 pieces, quite a few more than the previous one. Today's price is 10.5 cents per piece. That sounds cheap, just right off the bat. And you can get it for $49.99. It's pretty good. And then just for fun, we're going to throw in the X-Wing Starfighter UCS scale. This is also from this year. 1,949 pieces. 12 cents per piece. And the retail price is $239.99. So let's compare those. Let's see, we've got OG, we've got play scale from this year, and we've got UCS scale from this year. Which one do you think is the most expensive when we adjust for inflation?
Wow.
The old school one. The adjusted for inflation price is 20 cents per piece, $55.37 for the set from 1999. This year's play scale is 10.5 cents per piece, and the UCS was 12.5 cents per piece. It's pretty big difference there. Next up, we've got play scale maybe of the Star Wars Millennium Falcon, set number 7965. This is from 2011, so not quite as old as the first comparison. 1,254 pieces. Back in 2011, it was $139.99, 140 bucks, and the price per piece was 11 cents per piece. When we adjust for inflation to today's money, $192.71, 15 cents per piece. And we'll compare that to the currently available Millennium Falcon, which is about the same number of pieces. Oh, I've got that one right here. About 100 more, I think. It's from this year, 2023. 1,353 pieces. And it's $169.99. Which is 12.5 cents per piece. So let's compare those. 2011 and then 12 years later now, 2023. The old one, adjusted for inflation, 15 cents per piece. And the current one, 12.5 cents per piece. Again,
wow.
the more expensive one is the older one. So it seems to me that maybe the price of Lego going up is not keeping pace with inflation. Doesn't seem to be getting more expensive to me so far. We'll see. Next up, we've got the UCS Millennium Falcon. Set number 10179. This is from 2007, and it's got 5,197 pieces. And back then it was 10 cents per piece. Adjusting for inflation now, it's 15 cents per piece in today's money. And back in 2007 it was $500. And adjusting the set price for inflation, $746.68 would be today's money. And we'll compare that to the one that I just cracked open that I'm going to be building live here on YouTube, hopefully very soon, is the UCS Millennium Falcon from 2017. This is the 2023 price, since it did go up $50 last year. So we'll use the increased price for the comparison. 7,541 pieces, so I think quite a few more pieces than the previous version of the UCS Falcon. And that means it is 11 cents per piece when it has a price tag of $849. So which one is more expensive? Which one relatively cost more to obtain at its original value? In today's dollars, the cost of the older Millennium Falcon was 15 cents per piece and a total of $746. The current Millennium Falcon, which somehow has not retired yet, is $849, and it is 11.2 cents per piece. But it's 2,300 pieces more than the old one. More expensive is still per piece, which is all I'm calculating is the per piece price. The more expensive one is the older one, 15 cents per piece when adjusted for inflation.
Wow.
Versus the Millennium Falcon you can buy right now is 11.27 cents per piece. Next up, we've got the Star Wars Rebel Blockade Runner, also known as the Tantive. This is set number 10019, and it was released in 2001. That's old. I don't have that one. It's 1,747 pieces, and the original price in 2001 was $199, $200, which means it was 11 cents per piece back then. When we adjust for inflation, it's $349 in today's money. And in today's money, it's 19 cents per piece. And we will compare that to set 75244, the Star Wars Tantive, which I have. You might see it on the shelf back there. Nope, I don't know where she is right now. Well, let me go grab her. Set number 75244, which is the Star Wars Tantive 4, released in 2019. It's a little bit newer version of it. 1,768 pieces. And when it was released back then, it was $199.99. Which back then was 11 cents per piece. And adjusting for inflation, 13.7 cents per piece. So, when we compare those, we've got the older one, adjusted for inflation, 19 cents per piece. And the little bit newer one, from 2019, adjusting for inflation to 2023, it's 13.7 cents per piece.
Wow.
Again, the older one was relatively more expensive to obtain. Next up, this is near and dear to my heart. Lego Trains. We're getting away from Star Wars. So not IP related, not hey it's Star Wars so it costs more, nothing like that. Set number 4563. I'm pretty sure this is my very first Lego set that I got for either Christmas or my birthday. The Loden Hall Railroad. I still have most of the parts, can't show you any right now, but it's in that box somewhere. This was released in 1991. Wow. 476 pieces. And back then it was $119.99, which was 25 cents per piece at the time in 1991 dollars. Adjusting for inflation, today's money, it would be $272 to obtain the set, which means price per piece is 57 cents. That's more than any Star Wars set I've ever seen. Just saying. We're going to compare that to a little bit newer, the City Cargo Train set 60052, which came out in 2014. I also have this one somewhere. I think it's half destroyed right now. That baby. Came out in 2014, 888 pieces. It was $199 at the time, which is 23 cents per piece in 2014. When we adjust that for inflation, $261, which is roughly 30 cents per piece. Wow. And last, we've got the currently available Freight Train on Lego.com, which is set number 60336. It's got 1,153 pieces, and it costs $199.99, $200, which is 17 cents per piece. What was the last one? 30 cents? And the much older one, 50 something cents? Okay, and we've got 1991, 2014, 2023. Again, which one relatively, when adjusting for inflation, costs more?
Wow.
The oldest one in 2023 money is 57 cents per piece. The middle one is 29.5 cents, 30 cents. 9 years ago. Dang, it's been 9 years. Current one, 17.3 cents per piece. Doesn't sound like it's getting more expensive to me. Okay, and then our next category, our next comparison is garbage trucks. We've got set 4432, Lego City Garbage Truck. Well, I've got this set somewhere, but I can't find it. Toddler's been playing with it again, and that's okay. This is what everything you see back here he can play with, and he does sometimes. Lego's meant to be played with, that's for sure. Alright, so set number 4432, Lego City Garbage Truck. He loves this one, dude. He takes it apart, puts it back together, and he's only 3. This is from 2011. Wow. This thing's 12 years old. It's 208 pieces. Back then it was $19.99, which is 10 cents per piece. And adjusting for inflation, in today's money, $27.52 for the set. And per piece is 13 cents per piece. And we will compare that to the currently available recycling truck, set number 60386. Came out this year, 261 pieces, which is 11 cents per piece, and it costs $30. So which one of those costs more relatively?
Wow.
Let's see. We're just looking at cost per piece. The older set, 13.2 cents per piece. The newer one, a lot more pieces. It costs $10 more in non-relative money, but it is 11.5 cents per piece. So, adjusting for inflation, this cost to obtain the set went up a couple of dollars, but the cost per piece actually went down. if we're talking in 2023 dollars. So again, I think we're still at 100%. The newer ones seem to cost less per piece. It's very interesting. So we're going to compare that to historical gasoline prices. In 1991, in 2022 dollars, which is what we're using here, 1991, a gallon of gas was $1.14. 2022 is $4.90. People complain about gas, and that's understandable. Definitely went up way more than Lego. This is a good one. College tuition. The data that I used was adjusted for inflation in 2018 dollars, but 1980 average undergrad tuition was $1,800. 10 years later, $2,700. The year 2000, $3,700. 2010, $5,800. 2020, $9,400. Those are astronomical jumps. That's insane. I'd complain about that way more than Lego, because it doesn't seem like the cost of Lego is going up and up. And then we've got historical milk prices. Milk is a big one. Pretty sure everybody drinks milk, but this is for adjusted for inflation in 2022 dollars. In 1995, milk was $2.48 a gallon. 2022, $4.09 a gallon. Wow. And here's a list of my sources if you're interested. I used a lot of brickeconomy.com and the official Lego website for all the current sets and prices and set numbers and things like that. And also the Minneapolis Federal Reserve Bank inflation calculator. It seemed to be the simplest one. There's a lot of them out there, but that one was pretty simple. And there were some other sources, but I have them noted at the bottom of each page there. Conclusions? I've got some. The assertion that I hear almost daily is that Lego has gotten more expensive. But based on the cost calculations adjusted for inflation, the cost per piece of comparable Lego sets released in different years seems to have declined. Not gone up. That means it's declined. Or at least not kept up with inflation. Thank you. Thank you to you for taking time out of your life to watch this video. And thank you to me for coming up with this awesome idea. It was fun to make, and I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you very much to my wife Melissa for supporting me as a stay-at-home dad and making my Lego hobby possible. Thank you, honey. I love you. So at the very least, this is interesting. It seems to me that the real world cost to obtain Lego per piece has not increased. Maybe more of what we're feeling is every set has more pieces. I don't know. If you agree with me, leave a comment. If you don't, please leave a comment. I'd love to hear what you think about this. Let me know if I should do more videos like this, or if you want to see less of this, if you don't like it. If you hate it, love it, let me know. Leave a comment, man. I'm just here to have fun. Hey, if you enjoyed that video, please hit that subscribe button. Check out some more of my stuff. I've always got new videos coming out all the time. Catch you later.